Aries, before I get into your reading, I just want to congratulate you in advance because you made it out of something real serious. It feels like there were energies left and right trying to make you believe that you were as foul as they themselves actually are. They wanted to put onto you something that they had done. I don't know. It's weird. Let's get into it. With this ghosted card being in reverse, it appears as if there was something that was meant to keep you on the hush, meant to keep you almost in like some sort of. If you saw that movie, what is it called? Get Out. It's like they tried to keep you trapped, like you were in the unknown world, or what is it that they call it? The sunken place. That's what it's called. It's like somebody or a group of people tried to keep you stuck in the sunken place, but somehow you made your way out of that. So whatever this is that made you feel like shit for so long, again, you somehow fought your way out of that. It feels like some sort of spiritual warfare. It also feels mental though. It feels like it's something that it's taking place in the spiritual, but it's also taking place in the physical. You were in a position that you won't miss now that you've made it out. And for those of you who haven't made it out of this situation yet, when the time comes, just know this is nothing that you'll miss. Sort of like a mental prison. Like I said, it was as if you were in like some sort of sunken place. So that's the equivalent of like a mental prison. And with the family card being here in reverse, I feel like it may have something to do with your family. It feels as if though your family may have accused you of something with the thug card being here. And if you notice on the thug card, there's someone who is being placed in handcuffs. So whatever it is that they try to accuse you of, you were actually taken into custody behind this, or maybe it was some sort of spiritual custody. Whatever it was, like I said, it could have put you in such a space where you felt like you were trapped in a mental prison. So if it wasn't on the physical where you ended up having to go to jail or to prison, then in the spiritual, they tried to lock you up. In other words, as it pertains to the spiritual level of this, they literally called judgment upon you, but you were innocent, okay? And I'm saying that now because that's the outcome of this story. Whatever it was that they tried to call judgment upon you because of, you ended up being innocent. But let's get into it a little bit deeper so you can understand what I'm saying. Funeral card being here in reverse, they not only wanted you locked up, they not only wanted you trapped in that mental prison, but they also wanted to take you out. Okay, I don't know what this is about or why they felt the need to take it that far, but they literally wanted it to go that far. They didn't want you on this earth anymore, and in the spiritual, they didn't want you able to thrive anymore. They wanted you, again, mentally locked up, okay? Which means that you'd end up in some sort of like crazy home or like, just incapable. Like you couldn't move, you couldn't do anything. They wanted you depressed in the bed, that sort of thing. Like they wanted you out of here. But this cycle is ending. It's over. So whatever it is that they had planned for your life, as if they were some sort of god or something, it's a wrap. This is why the round and round card is here in reverse, because the lesson has been learned. Whatever lesson you needed to learn in this situation, it appears as if you've learned it. You're no longer ashamed. My question is, ashamed of what exactly? Because on the one hand, it feels like you've been falsely accused. On the other hand, it feels as if though there was something to take place, but maybe it wasn't as severe as everyone made it out to be. I don't know. This ashamed card in reverse could literally just be you being embarrassed at some point about it all. But the embarrassment has now been lifted because the truth has been told. The truth is out. So whatever it was that you felt ashamed or embarrassed about, it's no longer affecting you. And what's even better here is that with the left you hanging card being in reverse, The whole time you were going through this, it feels like God was on your side. Like you weren't alone. You may have thought you were alone. It may have felt like you were alone. But the whole time, God was working in the shadows on your behalf. Like, come on now. What is the odds of left you hanging in reverse and spiritual being right next to each other? Like, there was literally a force of energy behind you that had your back this whole time, that knew the truth, that knew that you didn't deserve whatever came of this situation. I feel like this spiritual card also represents the inner work you put in during this time. Even in that mental prison, it's like you were still putting in the work because you knew that you were innocent. You knew that you had not done whatever this is that you were being accused of. So you started connecting, okay, with the universe, with the Most High. You started connecting because you knew that that was your only way out. You knew that if whoever it was that accused you of this had anything to do with it, you'd be under the jail. But even still, there were still moments where you weren't sure if you'd make it out with this goodbye card being sideways. You weren't entirely sure. You knew that there were some things that you'd have to do. You knew that you were counting on the universe to have your back, but you also knew that there was a possibility that everything could go left. It was like there wasn't your complete faith there, but there was just enough faith, maybe even as small as a mustard seed, and that's all it takes. So whatever these karmic ties are that might have to do with the family, and you know what? I just thought about it. This could be a romantic situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be the family that you were born into or adopted into. It could absolutely be a family in which you created with someone else. Hell, it could even be the family of the person that you were dealing with. But there's something very significant here about family. Now, with this sex addiction card, this is where I got a little tripped up because I was trying to understand who this energy was. Like, was this what they tried to accuse you of? Something to have to do with sex, something foul? I don't know. But when I looked at the card directly next to the sex addiction card, it was like, so maybe there were spells involved here. Maybe somebody tried to place something on you to get it off of them. Okay, because we'll get into that mirroring card. It's coming up here shortly, but that made me feel as if though whoever this was that was creating some sort of confusion and chaos in your life, they were the actual predator or problem here. It's like this person had some shit on them that they needed to get off of them, and they somehow transferred it to you. But you transmuted that shit big time. And that's why we got the losing sleep card here in reverse, because you're no longer in that energy. Like, you literally did what you had to do. The universe stepped in on your behalf, and together y'all worked this shit out. So, of course, whoever is on the opposite end of this is not happy. I mean, why would they be? The plan didn't work. So they're angry about you actually transmuting this shit. You actually turning this thing around. Literally, though, turning this thing around, because now it's about to hit them like a ton of bricks. With the heartbreak card, like, they literally wanted you down bad. They wanted you to feel them. They wanted you to feel this, but you're not heartbroken about it anymore. You don't feel none of what they wanted you to feel. None of what you did feel at some point. You don't feel it anymore. And now here we are with this mirroring card. This is where I felt like this person was literally projecting whatever they had going on onto you. They wanted you to believe that y'all were like one and the same. Like, y'all were the same person, okay, with this twin flames in reverse. Like, it wasn't true, though. You were nothing like this person or these people, whatever. But the twin flames being in reverse is like confirmation that y'all weren't equal. Like, I'm not your equal, buddy. I can hear you saying, nah, you on your own. That's on you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. If you haven't already, I'd advise you to get far away from whoever this is, because this person means you no good, or these people mean you no good. These are people who will always try to bring you down when they're going down. It's like crabs in, what is it? Crabs in a bucket, crabs in a barrel, whatever the saying is. These are people that don't want to see you doing good. As long as they're doing bad, oh, and baby, they're doing bad. Regardless of what shit might look like on the surface, on the inside, it tells a whole nother story. All right, just know that. I recommend for you all to start protecting yourself. However that looks to you, I don't know. But moving forward, you definitely need to protect yourself from energies like this, because they're out there and they are everywhere. All right. And I hope this woke you up. This entire reading and this situation as a whole, I hope it woke you up to be able to recognize that everything isn't physical. It's some spiritual shit going on out here. Okay. So yeah, start paying attention. But that is all I have for you all, Aries. I'm wishing you the best moving forward. Glad you made it out of this situation. Congratulations once again. I'll talk to you guys soon.